to be able to define which ones you can come to an intelligent decision on and which ones are beyond your capacity to evaluate. You don't have to be right about thousands and thousands and thousands of companies. You only have to be right about a company. I don't have to understand all kinds of business. There's all kinds of business I don't understand, but there's thousands of opportunities there. I did understand the Bank of America. I'm able to do that.
Visuals of a young person staring at bills, feeling overwhelmed. Are you working hard but still feel like you're running in place? Like no matter what you do, you just can't break free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle? What if I told you the reason might not be how much you're earning, but what you're doing with it? Visuals switch to luxurious homes, vacations, and people confidently smiling.
Terrible mistake to think you have to have an opinion on everything. You only have to have an opinion on a few things. In fact, I've told students, if when they got out of school, they got a punch card with 20 punches on it, and that's all the investment decisions they got to make in their entire life, they would get very rich because they would think very hard about each one. You don't need 20 right decisions to get very rich.
In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to reveal 5 things you must stop doing today if you want to build wealth and live the lifestyle you dream of. These mistakes aren't just keeping you broke, they're sabotaging your financial future. 1. Stop spending to impress others. Visuals of flashy cars, designer clothes, and credit card swipes. Let's start with the big one. Spending to impress others. We all know someone who drives a luxury car but can't afford the gas. Or someone, who's rocking $300 sneakers but has $30 in their checking account. Are you doing this? Be honest with yourself. A voice says humorously, "Oh no, not the $7 lattes again." Here's the harsh truth. Nobody really cares about what you're wearing or driving as much as you think they do. The people you're trying to impress are too busy worrying about their own finances. Meanwhile, you're trading long-term wealth for short-term approval. Remember, wealth whispers while poverty screams. So, if you stop trying to keep up with the Joneses, what should you focus on? That brings us to 2. Stop ignoring your budget. Not having a budget is like driving with your eyes closed. Would you ever do that on a highway? Then why do it with your finances? But budgeting is boring, says a playful voice. So is being broke, retorts another. A budget doesn't restrict you, it gives you freedom. Freedom to save for your future, freedom to spend guilt-free, and freedom from the anxiety of not knowing where your money went. Start with something simple, like the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt repayment. Once you have a budget in place, the next trap to avoid is 3. Stop accumulating bad debt. Debt can either be a tool or a trap. And bad debt? That's the trap that keeps you chained. Credit cards, payday loans, financing things you can't afford, these are wealth killers. But what if I need that new gaming console? A voice whispers, maybe you don't. Instead of letting bad debt drain you, focus on paying it off aggressively. Use methods like the snowball or avalanche strategy. And remember, every dollar you're paying in interest is a dollar stolen from your future wealth. Once you've got a handle on debt, the next mistake is 4. Stop avoiding investing. Are you scared of investing? Maybe you've heard it's risky or complicated. But here's the thing, not investing is the riskiest move of all. Inflation is eating your savings, and your money is losing value every single day it's sitting in a checking account. But what if I lose it all? Another voice replies, what if you gain it all? You don't need to be a stock market wizard. Start small with index funds or ETFs. Even $50 a month can grow into thousands over time. And if you don't know where to start, don't worry. I've got a video on the power of compounding waiting for you at the end of this one. Finally, the last mistake is perhaps the most overlooked. Stop hanging around negative influences. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're surrounded by people who are financially reckless, negative, or constantly complaining, it's going to drag you down. But my friends are fun. Another voice. Are they 20,000 in debt fun? Seek out people who inspire you, challenge you, and encourage you to grow. You don't have to cut ties with everyone, but be mindful of who you're letting influence your mindset. And speaking of growth, let's talk about the easiest, way to supercharge your financial journey. We've covered a lot today. To recap, stop spending to impress others, stop ignoring your budget, stop accumulating bad debt, stop avoiding investing, and stop hanging around negative influences. These 5 changes can transform your financial future. But don't stop here. Wealth is built on smart decisions over time, and if you're ready to learn the most powerful tool for building long-term wealth, click on the video on your screen now. It's all about the power of compounding, and it'll blow your mind. See you there.
4 or 5 will probably do it over time. If you have the right philosophy, you will find opportunities as you go through the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. If you got 160 IQ, sell 30 points to somebody else because you won't need it. I mean, I figured out very early, you don't have to be that smart at this business, which is fortunate, but you do have to have the right temperament. And you have to be able to ignore what other people are saying and simply look at the facts and decide, is this stock which is selling at X worth 2X? And occasionally you'll find things like that. And when you don't find them, you don't do anything.